All right. Again, before we go into any of the calls, I want to talk about this. This is actually a printout of a team. We call it formation issues. Lining up or wherever you call it, Y in the core, twins to one side, tight end, slant. All right, that's probably the general number one formation in football today. That's not it. We classify these things. So formation issues are basically anything that kind of is a problem, or for us, it'd be ability. We may want to check something to it. We identify those formations. So again, talking about FIB, that'd be formation in the boundary. Second one says pistol. I mean, it's just the back in the pistol, right? Because there's general runs that come out of that, right? You look at, hey, what's no backs? What do they do in no backs? Tight trips, we label that one. That's tight end on one side. It's three receivers to the other. Bunch formations, where they got three guys. That would be a bunch, would be tight. We call bunch if it is three receivers and one of the guys in the bunch is attached to the core. That could be a tight end and a sling. It could be the running back and two receivers. It could be an in-ground tight end. One of them is attached to the core. We're classified as a bunch. And then cluster will be three wide receivers. Obviously, we're removed from the core. It's three receivers clustered together. All right, X over formation. So that's a receiver over. Just to go into Romeo is means a running back. I mean, a wide receiver in the backfield. Okay, what do they do out of that? Wildcat is anybody but the quarterback lining up behind the center. Dose is a double condensed set. And then a buster for us would be it's no backs, but somebody is in the core. So maybe a tight end's attached to the core and the wide receiver and the running back's out of the core, which you don't get a ton of it, but when we get it, maybe they got a great quarterback. He's going to run the football. They're still going to have the ability to run quarterback zone. They empty the back. Well, that's not a no back set. It's not the same as we want to check anything. It's not going to be treated the same. So those are big. Every week I would come in and our kids identify this. They know what the formation issues are. And then we're going to go through these formations throughout the week and talk about how we want to play each one of these. Because it's really not lining up in their base formations. You put up their top, whatever you break them down, you put their top 10 formations up. And that's usually not the problem, Well, the problem is it's 3rd and 4 and they jump into Wildcat and they get the sticks continuing to move. It's 3rd and 5 and they jump into a double condensed set and they pick you and rub you and get guys out of there. Or, hey, they jump into tight trips on 2nd 12 and you don't adjust the formation outright. And all of a sudden, hey, they're back on track, or when they jump to no backs. Okay. So that's important for us to identify the formation issues and every week, how can we get those things adjusted, or how do we want to play those formations?